Good morning or good afternoon, everybody. And thank you for joining us today. So we are starting our webinar. First, I hope that everybody is keeping safe and in good health in these crazy times. We are very excited to kick off this unique demo days in this challenging situation. And I'll just say a word about what we see in corporate innovation today, and then we'll start the session. What we see that has changed in corporate innovation with our corporate partners is the turn or a shift to a very practical approach, and maybe as a result also of the opportunity to really achieve quick results for acute, immediate needs. We see companies addressing these immediate needs in terms of protection, privacy, well-being of employees who are working remotely. And in parallel, we also see more strategic trends in companies who are really rethinking their supply chain, their global sourcing and operations as the world borders were shut down, and rethinking this entire strategy. So definitely interesting times ahead of us, and technology will certainly keep playing a key role in tackling these new and emerging challenges. So without further ado, I would like now to hand over our virtual mic to Gil Arazi. Gil, who initiated this demo day. Gil is running Israel's leading InsurTech VC, and will be moderating today's session. So thank you, and I hope you all enjoy the event.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our First Aid Kit webinar. Firstly, I hope you and your loved ones are doing well and you are staying safe in these hectic times. This is the first time in the new era that the whole humankind is sharing the same challenge and the same uncertainty in the most global way, free of discrimination. I'm very happy to see you all joining us for this webinar. My name is Gil Arazi. I'm a veteran of the insurance industry and a managing partner in FinTLV Venture Capital, a leading global InsurTech VC fund with Israeli focus, of course. FinTLV partners with dozens of insurance and reinsurance companies to foster their innovation needs and serves as their investment arm at the InsurTech ecosystem. Before we start, we can all agree that this current situation is the essence of the digital era. As an insurance companies, most of you are forced to change your work arrangements, work remotely. You're being asked to provide full customer service operations, sales, remote claims handling, etc. And I would like to share with you one of the messages I received just yesterday that reflects the current situation. So basically, this is the big hour of the innovation teams that are chasing digitization in most of the insurance companies for a very, very long period of time. So this also allows us to offer you some technological solutions that can immediately help you in your digital efforts and your ability to provide full services remotely to your customers. So as part of these initiatives, we are conducting this webinar today because over the last weeks, we have been approached by many of our partners, insurance companies, actively searching for technology solutions that will help them to minimize the adverse effects of the coronavirus crisis. So let's get started. Today, we will meet four solutions, four companies, as you can see in the agenda. And I would like to invite the first company, BizzyDesk. I'm happy to invite Udi to present the company.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Gil. Thank you very much. Just a moment. This will stop the other screen share. Yes. Okay. It's okay. Thank you very much, Gil. Thank you very much, Gilbert, for FinTLV and SOSA for this exciting opportunity for us to introduce our BizzyDesk solution. BizzyDesk version 3. This is a remote digital advisory platform in the focus of insurance company. I'm Udi Chevroni. I'm the CEO of BizzyDesk. In my experience, I'm in investment advisory here in Israel. I'm also licensed. I'm independent insurance agent here in Israel. So we know your dilemmas, you know your conflicts, you know your pains, we know your customer. So we create this amazing tool to deal with these Corona times and in a regular basis. So let's go ahead for our agenda. So let me introduce in a few minutes about our BizzyDesk introduction, BizzyDesk approach, how we create this amazing tool. After that, we'll see how it's looked like, how BizzyDesk, some demonstration of BizzyDesk, and we will spend some time to answer your questions. So our host now is Zoom, and Eric Yoon for Zoom said in 7th of March that he truly believes that in the future, everyone will use video for remote worker collaboration. So we absolutely agree in this sentence. We think that the insurance market will change. The way that insurance industry, insurance companies will communicate with the clients will change dramatically. And we are on this scape, and BizzyDesk is one of the best solutions now in the market. But we believe that the legacy solution like Zoom, Skype, or WebEx are not handled to deal with complicated finance and insurance business meeting with customer, with prospect, and with business partners. And we create this solution to deal with this kind of business meeting. This is the management team of BizzyDesk. Vast experience in the financial services industry and insurance industry. Danny Mendel is the CEO, the founder, the leader of BizzyDesk and the BizzyDesk solution. Vast experience in the IT technology in Israel and overseas. Names like Verint, Nice, Kaltura. He worked there. He was chief architect, so he is very in vast experience in audio video tools. Andre Borzillo is the CTO, is the magician of this mindset of how we create virtual workspace for insurance agents. And I'm Udi Chevroni, the CEO of BizzyDesk. So most of the time that you are engaged with technology, you see some startup that creates some technology and then ask for to search some clients. So we are the vice versa of this version. So we create our own small BizzyDesk solution 4 years ago to engage our internal, our own customer at Maspeak. This is the company behind BizzyDesk. Maspeak, this is a finance company that deal with thousands of clients in tax refund, in life planning, in life insurance, in pension fund, and investment products. So we made thousands of digital live meetings with our customer. And when we are feel free, comfortable with our solution, this is stable in the mobile, stable in the desktop in the tablet, we decide to spend time, we decide to spend a lot of money to create what we call BizzyDesk version 3, that the focus is institution client, insurance company, global companies. And now in this current time, we deal with top companies like Allianz, Euler Hermes, the top companies that adopt our solution to their sales, to the sales unit or the service unit. So what we bring now to the table in this kind of webinar, first of all, like Gil Arazi mentioned before, we bring to the table now Power Pack solution, which work best in urgent time, like the Corona times, like in the COVID, and on a regular basis. The client, we think that the client is the boss. Our client is the king, and we ask the client where he wants to deploy our solution. It can be in our cloud, it can be in his private cloud, or it can be on-premise deployment offering. I think we are some of the few tools in the world right now that actually deploy our solution on-premise on the client services. The third thing, this is very, very interesting, that we are we don't ask the client, our client, to install any piece of software to deal with this kind of session. We don't ask millions of customers of the insurance company to install Zoom, Skype, WebEx, or another software to deal with their agent. We need it urgently in a real-time communication. So our technology is a real-time communication, both on clients and both on the service provider. The last thing that we believe that in complicated meeting, like finance meeting, like insurance meeting, this is very complicated in very kind of details and numbers, we are truly believe that digital meeting is more effective than frontal meeting. We've open highly visualize our meeting channel with clients. So this is what we bring now to the table to this webinar, and we're really glad to work with you as well. Our business partners. So we believe in building a long and strong relationship with our clients. We want to feel the pain, we want to feel the customer, we want to feel the team. So we're putting our the digital advisory in front focus. And our business partner is the insurance company, the banking advisory groups, the wealth management expert, and the mutual fund. This is our business partners. So when we deal in this kind of solution, so time is money. Agents spend a lot of time in traffic, in jams, in dead hours, in coffee shop, in a restaurant. It spends a lot of money to the company. So time is money. And in-person meetings are really expensive in this time. Face-to-face meetings are 7 to 10 times expensive than a virtual meeting. It's make a huge gap in the operation cost, and we want to in this time and a regular basis we want to reduce this expensive cost of the company in 30% of 40%. It's really realistic. And the customer demands digital tools. The customer asks digital tools. Think for a moment, like if you think about Zoom for a moment, no one believes that a grandfather that over 70 or 80 will communicate with his family with digital tool like Zoom. So in complicated stuff like insurance and wealth management and pension, this is really must in this time, and the clients adopt this kind of solution. And the problem number 4 is the black swan. Yes, like COVID-19, and it's affect millions of customers, millions of insurance companies in the world right now. The numbers are very huge. So this kind of solution, when the agent don't communicate in real time, in face-to-face meeting with customer, this is terrible. So we think that in our solution, this is emergency. If you need it in emergency time, we can create it in a split in something like 2 weeks or 3 weeks from now. If you like our product, if you like our solution, we can make for you a dedicated solution for your company. So the output of a BizzyDesk solution for the point of the agent, that we reduce the operation cost by in huge numbers, increase the productivity and the profitability of the company. So this is our assumption. So one digital advisor will coordinate something like 5 to 6 digital meetings per day. If you think about your regular insurance agent at your company, it means that he now can create 2 or 3 average meetings per day, and digital in our digital tools we can increase it dramatically. We spend something like 30 to 16 minutes per meeting with our customers, so this is a real business meeting. See the numbers here. Digital advisor vs old school agent. So the old school version, face-to-face meeting, can handle in something like 653 meetings per year with customer. But in BizzyDesk tool, we can create 1,400 meeting with customers, and the numbers made the income and the revenue for our company. So what you can expect for your BizzyDesk expected cost, we calculate, and the numbers is something like that. One meeting will cost something between $2.5 to $3.5. So if you compare it to face-to-face meeting can cost something like $30 to $100. It depends if you travel or not. So it's a huge gap that we can create this kind of a split solution and wide range to communicate with clients with reduced expenses. So let's go ahead with a BizzyDesk demonstration. Let me demonstrate you how it's look like. So if you see my screen right now, I will open two windows. Okay, so we talk about real-time communication. So the agent have username and password. And start calling. In the right, I have the potential clients that come to my website or some lead. So I will duplicate this, just a moment. Put it in here. Okay, so I will fill, for example, Fin TLV client. Enter the mobile, email, select the required services, for example, mortgage consulting, and then start meeting. So as you can see here, we have peer-to-peer communication. I will close now. I will manage to close my video at Zoom. Just a moment. Let me do it how it works. How it's work. Okay, I will stop video at Zoom and I will open it in a BizzyDesk session. So as you can see here, this is our dashboard. This is BizzyDesk dashboard. In the left, right, this is Udi as the agent, and in the right, this is our customer. In a split second, we are in digital session without any piece of software. So what we can do here, I can share any kind of content with my local PC. Let's see it. I will search such. Let's see what kind of document. Let's see. Okay. Okay. I have the option to preview if this is the right content that I want to share with my clients. I can rotate it and then upload it to the session. In a split second, I will be fully synchronized with my clients. Let's see it. So as you can see now, so in the left, right, Udi as the agent and FinTV as the client. And when I am the manager of the admin of this content and I scroll it down, we are fully synchronized. And not only fully synchronized, that if I will do some zoom for something that I want that my client will be focused, see what's happened here in the rectangle. I can focus and make sure that all the participants of the meeting right now are fully synchronized with my leading numbers or details. So it's very crucial when we are dealing with insurance policy, wealth management, and numbers. So this is the first one, the first thing. But most of the time, we are dealing with our share from cloud. As you can see here, I will search some brochure. I prepared some brochure for this event. And the cloud storage is something that is very unique for our solution. We don't want that the agent will search some content and marketing tools in his local PC. So we prepare it in advance before the meeting, and then I can share any kind of content in a split second with my clients, share it from cloud, all kind of content, filling forms together, and etc. So now what I will do right now, I will ask one of our participants here in the webinar, Gilbert, to join to this meeting. So I will exit in a live, and I will send now invitation to Gilbert from FinTLV to join to this meeting. Let's see it. So I'm going to invite. I can schedule it and schedule him an invitation to any specific time that I want in my calendar, but I want it live in a real time. So I will send it in by email. So this is Gilbert. I can send it also in SMS. I can add some participant to this room, and then send it. Remove participant, and then I will send it now to Gilbert to join this meeting. And what happened right now, that Gilbert makes some notification in his email or SMS, or both of them, and will join to the meeting without any piece of software. And we will wait for Gilbert to communicate with us. Either hi. So here is Gilbert. Hi, Gilbert. How are you? Thanks for joining. And Gilbert is like our potential client. And as you can see, I will now share for my cloud some form with some form or presentation with Gilbert. This is form of Deloitte. It's not. And as you can see now, I can annotate some fields that I want with my clients. I can even take grant control, Gilbert, to lead me. Gilbert, can you take control, please, on this document? Yes. So Gilbert now take control of this document. It will scroll down to number 3, for example. Yes, and make zoom. Can you do it zoom to see the? Yes. So as you can see now in my view, I know that I'm fully synchronized with Gilbert. So this is the right way to do presentation, a real live document, very powerful document sharing. And the second thing that I want to share with you is how we fill form together with the clients. So I will open some application. Sorry, this is in Hebrew, but as you can see now, I can try to fill out the content, and Gilbert also can try to fill his address or his email. As you can see now, I fully synchronized with Gilbert. I know that he's in the right way. Yes, and Gilbert, can you sign on this pad? Sign here. Yes, let's think that this is my financial planner signing, and I sign it also. And then I can even download this as PDF, as you can see here. And I will upload this document to our joint session. As you can see now, I preview it. This is the right content that I want to share with my client, and then upload it to the session. So this is this is one way to sign on contracts, documents, presentation with our clients. As you can see here, Gilbert also can download this document to his local PC for your compliance evidence. But this is the one way. But most of your companies are dealing with your internal application. So let me share with you some internal, some internal application. So now I will share my screen with Gilbert, and think of that this is your internal application to prepare forms with clients. So I screen my share with Gilbert. I go to the prepare my forms. Go to the review with my clients about this kind of document. Gilbert now see my screen. We prepare it to sign. And when we are ready to sign, I go to this signature pad, and then I go to the session, and I grant remote control, grant Gilbert to sign on my internal application. So we have screenshot, and now he will sign on my machine, on my PC. So I grant remote control to Gilbert. Gilbert now control my machine. I lead him to the signing pane, and now Gilbert will sign it. Great job. So this is the sales process is proceed now, and for the evidence of the compliance, I will download it, and then I return to Gilbert and revoke his remote control. And if it was a multiple participant, all the participants in the meeting can grant control on my machine to sign on this internal application. So this is the second way to deal with clients. The third thing that Gilbert can upload to the system any kind of document that you want to share with me. For example, if I need his ID or his passport, he can upload it in a split second, like I do right now. He can search for his. Gilbert, can you share your file, something in your system?
Let's do it. Let's keep it.
Okay. And in the point of a project, I want to share with you some content. And this is how it looks like when we are dealing with insurance company. For example, this is a sales unit, and the sales unit are dealing with customers. The customer get a lead from a Salesforce, and then we map with the insurance company all the digital process in our system, and then we go ahead to training, and then to daily by daily meeting. So this is something like 15% of our solution. So let's go back to the Zoom meeting to a Q&A. Just a moment. Gilbert, thank you very much. So
thank you very much, Udi.
Okay, stop sharing. Okay.
Udi?
Yes. So if you have some question, let's go ahead with it.
Yes, thank you very much, Udi. First of all, some questions that we got here is what are the technical requirements to run this platform? And the second one is that we understand that this platform enables full end-to-end sales process with all the agents and the customers of the insurance company. So how long did it take to make a full implementation in an insurance company? Because we are now in a very tedious times. We need to find quick solutions. And the question is, what's the average time to run this platform in an average insurance company?
Okay, so this is a very interesting question because we succeed to create some technique to build a dedicated solution in something like 21 to 24 days with our insurance company. So think of that in about 21 days from now, we can go ahead and in insurance company, it will be a BizzyDesk solution, dedicated business solution with the look and feel of the business solution in something like 21 days after creating the cloud service, after the IT department and the training session with the agents. The requirement for the client side is there is no software. Yes, this is free of software.
And of course, it will work on iPad, tablets, etc.
Yes, our solution now works on the browse is Chrome browsed. So in the Chrome browse, in the Microsoft Edge, in Opera, it's worked perfectly. In about something like 3 weeks from now, we will launch our iOS solution. All packed, so now it's more perfectly in all the Android, mobile, and etc.
So since we have enough time to answer Ori and the others, they're asking from your side, what's the perspective and the difference between Zoom, for example, webinars or Zoom meetings and the BizzyDesk solution? What would be your reference to this?
Okay, so I think that Skype, Zoom, WebEx are a communication tool, very good for webinars, to few meetings, for internal meeting. We focus on one-on-one meeting, few meetings, business meeting. So we map all this sales process, all the sales process, integrated to the CRM of our clients. The clients get his own package, his own dedicated solution for his customers. He can control the security, they control the feature that you want to serve this client. For example, one of our customers don't want that the client will record the session. So we can do it. It's not a SaaS model. We can build it. For example, one of our power tools that we didn't demonstrate here is our supervisor model. Think of 100 digital agents that work daily by daily, hundreds of digital agents in the country, and they have manager. And the manager want to see how it's look the sales process. So we create for him a private console that he can see what's happening in this company. He can enter in 5, 6, 7, 8 meetings in the space to see what to join, to help, to trainee, to enter as observer, think about a trainee session. So we think about corporate, we think about the results, we think about their reduction of the cost. And I think that the legacy solution like Skype, Zoom, or WebEx don't handle to this kind of complicated business meeting. We don't hear you? We don't hear you. Yes?
Can you hear me? Good. We have 2 more questions. First of all, about the compatibility with the Japanese language.
Okay.
And the second one is about the recording quality and the control process. Are the sessions encrypted and secure and can be used for auditing and quality control of the sales processes of the insurance company?
Okay, so first of all, because we are project oriented, it's now very difficult to translate our solution to any kind of language. So we are doing now in Hebrew and English, but we are working in the current days in German, and we can do it also in Japanese if it's the client request. The second, because this is a project oriented, we are work closely with the IT department. So all the requirements of the security and data security is we get from the IT the requirements and we implement it to our solution. This is a dedicated solution, not a SaaS model. So there is a difference between one client to another.
Great. So first of all, Udi, many thanks.
Thank you very much. And feel free to ask a private live demo. Feel free to contact with FinTLV. Feel free to ask to share this kind of a presentation. We were really glad to work with you. And thanks a lot, FinTLV and SOSA, for this introducing in this Corona time.
This is really, I think, we're a good advantage for all the insurance companies. And we're doing this as part of our added value for the whole ecosystem. Many thanks, Udi.
Thank you very much.
Don't hesitate to contact Udi, or you can email me directly and I will share his contact details with you.
Thank you very much.
I'm now happy to introduce you, Itzik and Merav from Coognitive to present their company.
Hi Gil, hi everybody.
Hi, Itzik.
How are you?
Very good.
Well, it's very difficult to go in speech after Udi, you know.
Yes, Udi's, yeah. But you have a great solution as well, and I'm sure that it will be very interesting to hear you.
Okay, good. Gil, with your permission, I will close my camera, okay, because I think that the backbone of my internet is very thin, so I apologize.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, so.
I'm Merav.
Hi.
Great. So again, thank you very much for FinTLV. Gil, thank you very much for having me. Let me share my screen. Can you see the presentation?
Absolutely.
Good. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. My name is Itzik Gini. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Coognitive. Actually, Coognitive build various experience with the financial corporation we'd have learning that the core system of the insurance companies are complex and complicated, and it's hard to deploy and connect new technology to those core systems. With the digital area, we develop a unique solution that enables insurance to communicate with their customers via multi-channel communication platforms. Use as example WhatsApp, Facebook, Internet, etc. Our platforms can be easily integrated into insurance core system and to become a significant part of the insurance omnichannel and customer journey. Our modular platform contains 5 modules to be selected by the company. The platform is optimized for enterprise with full ability to integrate with our existing platforms, such as the ERP, CRM, core system, etc. And most importantly, it's easy to use, very easy to use, and can be managed by the business teams, very easy, without any need of develop complicated lines of code. Let's go and see module by module. The first one is conversation AI. Our customer needs us 24/7 and has a lot of questions and ask. The conversation AI module will provide your customers immediately response and automatically Q&A, question and answer to their received needs of information. This is integral part of the service that the customers require. The customer is looking for a fast and more accessible way to get in touch. Some do not want to make phone calls or write an emails or wait for an answers. The chatbot help expanding the channels of the communication, optimization, and organization service platform and making it accessible. Our chatbot is automatically allowing it to be available even when you are away. The chatbot provides service around the clock, whatever your customer is. The bot is available to answer multi-calls in parallel since it has no call restrictions. Providing automated answers results in the burn reducing on service center representatives. Our next module is Coognitive Live. The organization can communicate with its customer in a variety of channels like web, Facebook, WhatsApp, and more. By using our multi-channel platform, the multi-channel platform focuses on the customer and the service experience he received from the organization. In this module, the platform will provide the customer service call taker a full overview of the customer and his needs, including frequent answers, next best offers, and current sign to be handled on the spot. Our sensitive analysis will enable you to detect your customer feeling and next steps and will increase NPS and decrease current ratio. The next module is the digital forms. Usually it takes huge efforts to build our forms digital and to be able to use them on various channels at the same time. Our digital forms build will enable you, our digital forms builder will enable you to build your forms digitally and to use them in all your channels very easy and very, very quickly. You can connect all the forms into open new process or your core system and start this process remotely from the channel that is perfect by our customers, like WhatsApp, Facebook, emails, webs, etc. And use a forms immediately in your core system. I mean immediately. Using a user-friendly drag and drop forms builder, you can build any forms in a minute. The next model that we have is cognitive analysis, like text analysis. We provide your organization the required text analysis that will help you grow and improve it. A combination of natural language processing with insights in the key to the customer success and understanding the customer in the digital world. This is our customers. Coognitive is a leading company with tier 1 customers in the financial sector, telecom, and other. We have been implement our solution in leading banks and insurance here in Israel. We served 80% of the Israeli population, 9 million people, by providing them the service via the HMOs like Clalit and Maccabi. We are currently involved in huge implementation to manage the coronavirus process in one of the leading HMOs here in Israel. I suggest that we will Merav will show you the demo of our system. Merav, can you hear me?
Yes, I will take the stage. Just give me the opportunity to share.
Yeah.
Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Merav. I'm a customer success manager at Coognitive. I will now show you a quick demo of the main features we have. We will not be able to cover it all in our short time. So we will start here. This is our studio. It's a drag and drop system. Everything here is a set of action and plugins. I can choose one of them, just click on it, and it will move to my board, and I can edit it very easily. Every change that I make here will happen live on the bot, which can be already live. So the time to market is very easy because you don't need any tech person to update the script for you and update the new version. So let's say, welcome FinTLV. Just now refresh it. And you can see the change that I made. The implementation is also very easy. I can just go to the settings and copy the JavaScript that of the bot that I built. I will just click here, copy. And now I will go to any website. Of course, your system administration could do it live in your website. I will just paste the script, close it, and you can see our chatbot is already live in the website. Now I will show you how the bot is integrated to our form system. I will fill a form by using the bot, submit a car claim. I will just answer a few questions about my car accident that the bot will ask me. And in the end of this process, it will give me a form that have all the data that I insert. This form we got from an insurance company and we built it within minutes with our form drag and drop system. 1 second, the internet is kind of slow. So I will just go now to a form that I was already filled because there is a long questions in order to fill it. So this is the form and everything I assigned in it. You can see the time of the accident, my location and everything. Now the client can choose if he wants to fill the form in his in the bot or send him a link in order to fill it. This is the PDF after everything is filled. After filling it and submitting it, the form will go through API to the insurance company core system, and then they will take care of it and submit the car claim in their system.
So Merav, can I ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
So basically, this form was filled via your bot.
Mm-hmm.
It can be implemented anywhere on your website, on Facebook, on WhatsApp, etc.
Yeah.
And then after preparing the full file and signature of the customer, then you can share it to immediately to the insurance company.
Yes, after the client clicks submit, everything is set to the core system and they will see a new car claim form for them.
Right. So this is what we call the multi-channel form.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I will now go to show you another system we have, which is the live agent system. We will start at the bot by asking to talk to an expert. From our experience, we know that sometimes the bot is not enough and you need a person to talk to. But nowadays, people prefer to text rather than to call and waste their time. It's also good for the company because in text, they can take multiple calls at the same time and chat with a number of clients. And when we are talking on the phone, I can only talk to you now. I cannot talk to anyone else. So this helped me. I will now submit to get to an agent. And the transfer for the client is seamless. You can see now is chatting with someone. I can end the chat. I can write anything for the agent and he will see it. I will now go to the back end to what the agency and the managers see. So you can see how easy and friendly our system is. So this is the live agent. this is an omni-channel, and it can be integrated to multiple channels, as we mentioned before, web, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, emails, and etc. You can see here, if I click on the conversation, that I can see all the history the user made with the bot. So now we can continue the conversation from where it stopped, from the client stuck and wanted to talk to an agent, and not tired him with new questions and him to start the conversation all over again. I know you know it by talking to customer service. It's very tiring. The next thing I want to show you here is our AI suggestion.
Merab, before you jump into the next slide, just a question. So in this screen of the backend, we can see the details of our chat with the customer, but we can see more information about this customer coming from the CRM systems and the other platforms. Is that correct?
Yeah, I will show it. I will show it next. 1 second. Okay. This is our mini CRM. I will talk about it in one moment. Just wanted to talk about the AI suggestion, which is a tool that we know is very strong of us. The AI suggestion is can be integrated to your knowledge base of the company, and using our NLP system, our natural language processor, to get you the right answer for the client question. If, for example, this was a question, I just click on this icon and it will search through the knowledge base for the right answer for the client. Just click on it and it will move into the chat. So it's very easy for the agent. You can give a very quick service for the client, because the representative will not be able to search for it live or texting it. It's very easy to use, and we have very good feedback from our customer about it. And the next feature, which you mentioned, is our mini CRM. Here I can have all the customer data, his history of claim, his history of calls, his identification, and I can talk to him regarding about it. We can also do a confirmation via OTP, and we can also be integrated to any CRM system you have. Very easily we do it, and then all the call history will be sent to the CRM, and you can also generate leads and any other further actions that the client need in order to close the case. Okay, so the screen is very easy for the agent. Of course, we also have all the chat history saved in our system for the representative himself, the agent himself, and if it's for a manager, then you can see all the agency have and all his calls. And of course, we also have a strong analytic tools. We can see the live status of the shift, how many agents we have and how many calls and waitings we have on it. We can interact with our agent and tell them new information. And of course, download more enhanced analytics about the shift we have today and see how we can improve the next day. So this system can help the agent and the manager to give better service and help for a better and happy client. Thank you. If you have any questions.
Great, Merab, thank you. First of all, my first question, before we go to the question and answer, we have some questions here from the audience, but how long it takes to build this kind of a solution and to connect it with an insurance company or financial company?
It's very short. We already did it. Yeah, we already did it with a few, most of the big banks here in Israel and our insurance company. We can do it on cloud, which is very fast, but we can also do it differently as an hybrid or other solutions. This shortened the time, and since we have already knowledge about this system and our core business, and it's very easy to integrate.
Great. Ori from Sapiens asks, if you have a tool that can automatically convert paper and PDF forms into digital forms.
Yes, yes, we have. Merav, can you give me to share my screen?
Yeah, I will stop share now.
We have tools that we scan, we scan the PDF to our system, and then we draw the fields, and it automatically asks the question in the fields. So you don't need to design a new forms, you don't need to bring the legal department or do a lot of effort just to take existing forms and convert it to digital.
And so how long it will take me to take this form, for example, and to transform it into a digital form that I can use on my bot, on my WhatsApp and everywhere?
Average something like approximately 2 days max.
2 days max. That's very fast, and I hope, Ori, that this answers your question. And Rainer asked us about your NLP and text analysis.
Yeah.
Which languages are you currently supporting on Coognitive?
Okay. Now we have Hebrew, English, German, Spain, Netherlands, and France.
Okay, great.
We can learn any new language in a matter of days. We have two data scientists that can help us, not days, but weeks. If we have someone that can speak the language, then we can train our system to learn new languages after a few weeks.
Okay, good. I think my last question before we move forward to Carbyne is if we can please discuss about the owner or the super user of the platform in the corporate, who's managing this and how it goes on a day-to-day basis on the regular activity of the insurance company.
Okay. First of all, we recycle all the APIs that the organization already have. And after it, we training the super user how to use it. If they know a little bit Word, or if they know a little bit computer knowledge, they can build a very quick, very quick big scenarios. So with our point of view, all the connection to the core system is managed by the IT, and all the processes, the content is the business leader should handle it and manage it in our platform.
If I can add, I'm not a tech person. I didn't come with a tech background, and I build bots on a regular basis, and forums and chats. It's very easy to use once you do it once. And the only thing you need a tech person is to implement the script inside the website, and if you need an integration inside the core business. But everything, the processes, the decision tree, the flow you want to show to the clients, everything is changeable. We work with the business person, with the business industry inside the organization. And it's very easy for them to use. And now after we train them for a couple of hours, they build huge bots by themselves, and they don't need anyone else to explain them anything.
Amazing. Great. Okay, guys.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much for you and for FinTLV. Great job. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you very much, Merav and Itzik. Please do not hesitate to contact Itzik, or you can email me and I will share his contact details with you. I'm now happy to introduce Ohad from Carbyne to present the insurance solution of the company.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. My name is Ohad Rubinstein, and I'm the global head of sales for Carbyne. Carbyne 911.
Hi, Ohad. Good to have you here.
Thank you. I'll start with a brief presentation about the company, and then we will begin a live demo of the solution and the advantages that we see for insurance companies and the usages you may have. All right? So let's begin. Okay, I hope you can see my screen. Hello? Anybody there?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
Just muted ourselves not to disturb you.
Fantastic. All right. We are Carbyne. What is Carbyne? Carbyne is a public safety next generation 911 call handling ecosystem. That means we've built our solution and our platform to cater for emergency first responders at first, starting at 2014. Today, we have 7 offices globally, more than 90 people working for us around the globe. We handle 400,000 emergency calls and others every day into a volume of more than 4 million calls per month. Population under coverage, 230 million people are benefiting from the Carbyne services to date. A little bit about our geographical distribution. This is where we have our offices, New York City as the headquarters, Israel as the R&D center, and then our sales and business promotion offices around the globe. We have an office in the UK, in Mexico, in Brazil, and in Hong Kong. What does Carbyne essentially do? This is a brief diagram of the services we provide. Basically, Carbyne takes advanced rich media from mobile devices, from smartphones and other sources, aggregates them, and provides them in real time to a call taker. So this call taker can be an emergency first responder, but in the last 3 to 4 years since we teamed up with Team TLV, we opened up these services to insurance companies because we found the needs to be similar, a need to communicate with advanced rich media with multiple users from a single call center, building a lot of advantages when interacting with customers, getting all the data that you can possibly gain from a smartphone in real time. Okay, we have 2 platforms that we can work with, the Universe and the Apex. For the insurance industry, we recommend using the Universe. The Universe is a plugin that can be installed on any Windows-based PC. It doesn't require any special hardware or any other dedicated devices. The solution is completely cloud-based, and we built it with industry-leading companies like Amazon, AWS, Google, and Cisco. Okay. Other advantages and benefits the product brings is analytics. All the data that we receive is stored, categorized, can be displayed in multiple ways and analyzed for post calculations. Just a brief view of the references that we have globally. We can see some of our customers here, as big or as small as potentially available. We cater for 5 and above call taking seats, up to hundreds of seats in a single deployment. With the recent coronavirus outbreak, we've adapted our system for larger scale and remote deployments. So we can today deploy up to 1,000 users and endpoint stations per day remotely and immediately. That means we have a solution that works right now and a solution that doesn't need you to wait and customize and integrate into. All our platforms work right off the shelf. That means we install and start working immediately, tomorrow. If we go for our specific offering to insurance companies, we have identified 4 areas that we believe are prime for the insurance business. First is remote underwriting. When a person calls up to your call center wanting to subscribe to an insurance policy, we can provide our services with live video, chat, and exact GPS location from a mobile device directly to your call center. And that means you can ask the caller and the potential customer to start walking around in the property, or to walk around their car, for example, to identify the asset and to remotely verify the asset that is about to be underwritten is exactly what the customer is saying it is. Point one. Point two, during the claim process, when an insured person submits a claim, calls the call center, has an accident, has a flood in their house, they would call your call center and you can initiate a Carbyne call with them. Carbyne call will give you GPS location from the device, live video, and chat capabilities. What does it give you? What are the benefits for you? You know where the accident or the event happened. You can verify it, whether it's a home address or if it's a car accident, you know the exact address of an exact location of the accident. Video, live video from the scene. You can see exactly what's going on in real time. All this information is recorded and can be used later on as needed. Chat services, sometimes people in stress situations are not really able to express themselves verbally. So the chat interface we provide as part of the platform gives the call taker the ability to get written information from the person in distress or the person calling up. This is the second use case. Third use case is in controlling your service providers, your adjusters, your repairmen, your plumbers, and so on. We found that our insurance customers are making significant savings by monitoring and activating their service providers through the Carbyne platform. What does it mean? Whenever an adjuster or a plumber, per se, goes and to assess damage or to repair damage, your control center can open a Carbyne call with them in real time to survey and verify the problem and also authorize solutions. That means if a plumber comes to a house and there's a leaking faucet, you would open a video call with the plumber. The plumber will show you the problem, and then you can make a decision whether you need to change the entire faucet or maybe it's just a leaky gasket together with the plumber. So it gives you a lot of assurance about paying for the right services with your service providers. Fourth application for the platform is quality assurance. You can use it two ways. First, with the same service provider, upon finishing the service given, you can open another video session through the Carbyne platform to evaluate the quality of the work performed. And on the second hand, you can also generate another Carbyne call with your insured person, with the claimant, to verify and let them show you the repair that was done to their satisfaction or not. So these are the four main principles for insurance that we can provide. And now I would like to shift over to a live demo of the system, which I will do with the help of Gil. Any questions so far?
Sure. First of all, thank you, Ohad. Let's make a demo. But what I can say, and from our experience with insurance companies, that gives the ability of the insurance company to see live view from the location of the scene with the full integration to the core systems of the insurance industry in one day.
Precisely. Okay, so I'm going to share my full screen now and we can begin the demo. All right. This is our C-Live Universe toolbar. As you can see, it's an add-on top of my existing system. And this is exactly what your call takers are going to have. So whatever system you have today, we are not changing anything. The only thing that will be added is this small movable toolbar that I can put anywhere on the screen. I can hide it, or I can put it on the side, perfectly customizable. There are two ways to activate this toolbar. One is automatic. We support machine vision AI capabilities that can track a number from the underlying screen and immediately open a session to the C-Lite. We won't demonstrate it right now because I need to call Gil. And we can also do it manually by typing in the number of the caller. So I'm going to type Gil's number, assuming Gil was the insured person calling up for service.
Yeah.
The moment I hit this button, Gil, you want to show us what happens on your phone over your video screen. So I just hit the button, and Gil will receive a message from Carbyne or from you.
Receive the message here.
And we support integration with SMS and with WhatsApp to increase the availability of the message or the arrival rate of the message. You can see immediately Gil approved sharing his location, so I can see exactly where he is in Tel Aviv. I can zoom out, zoom in, and so on. And I can also see live video coming in from Gil.
Yeah, this is my camera. You can see me here.
And you can flick the camera for face view as well if you wanted to in the interface.
Sure.
Okay, I can also handle a small chat with Gil. And he can answer me. And you can show them on the screen how it looks like here. Please take note that this system works without any pre-installed app. We use the native browser on the mobile phone, whether it's Chrome, Samsung browser, Safari, anything that's actually on the phone, iOS and Android. It all works straight off the bat. That means you can start using it with any of your callers right away. All the process that you've just seen is completely compliant with GDPR. That means we ask the caller for permission to receive his GPS location and permission to share the video. So everything is done under full consent, which is documented by the end user. All right. And this is the platform.
I just closed my phone, but I wanted to say that this tool enables you eyes on the scene on the first notice of loss, and also when you are dealing with your third parties. I think this is the major thing here, and with a full integration to your core systems in 1 minute or in 1 day. That's the real benefit here from implementations that we have already doing with 9 or 11 insurance companies in the world. We saw a huge reduction on the average claims for water damage, home insurance, and car insurance.
Okay. So while Gil was talking, I opened up another session from my own phone, just to show you another feature that we have recently launched, and it's the ability to data share. That means we can transfer the session between callers, between a caller and a supervisor, and between control center of professional service providers to the call center and so on. Very flexible and unlimited. So 5 or 6 people can view the same live video stream in any given time. A very powerful feature for management and tiered approach. Call center level 1, level 2, and then service providers and so on.
Very good.
Just a brief demo.
So if anyone has a question, that's the time. And if not, we're going to move and to meet keepers. Great. So Ohad, many thanks.
Welcome. My pleasure.
Again, you can contact Ohad or email me and I will share his contact details with you. Until now, we presented solutions for the full operation. In our last meeting, I would like to present a company that we thought might be interesting for your customers that are parents to young children or adolescents. So I'm now happy to introduce Hanan from Keepers, to present the company.
Hey Gil, hey everybody. I know it's a funny background, but I'm out of office right now, so this is the best I can. But I thought maybe to have some live during those days, it could be also interesting. So
Great.
first of all,
I'll move myself to mute.
thank you. I will move myself to share screen, and I will share with you some interesting stories regarding keepers. But before I will do so, I will first of all present myself. So my name is Hanan Lipskin. I am the founder of Keepers Child Safety. In my position, I'm a software engineer with a vast experience also from the Israeli army, and I was working as a software engineer for different companies, including Cisco. So during my time in the army, I was serving a unit that know how to defend, monitor, and attack in the cybersecurity area. And then I thought to myself, how about we can harness this technology to use it to make social good? And I know that social good is a little bit a cliche to say we want to make the world a better place, but this is exactly what we are doing. We can detect all of the incoming and outgoing text messages on all social media, including Facebook, WhatsApp, Snapchat, and etc. And then we can parse this information and to understand whether it's bullying, offensive or not. So for example, during the last days of Corona, we have done a massive research through our audience. We are now working in Italy with Vodafone, in Austria with Hutchison, in Japan with Rakuten, with many, many vendors all around the world. And we try to understand what is the impact of coronavirus between the conversation within children. And we found out that the racism against minority really goes up. And we found a lot of bad cases. Unfortunately, those messages that you can see here are mainly in Hebrew, but those are the messages that we pulled, and we can see that most of the children having a lot of conversation regarding the economic situation that the family is onto, about the pressure within the family, about domestic violence that happening within the Corona time. Actually, we found a parent in Italy, in Naples, a child was talking to another child, telling that his father is abusing him all the time because he's left his job. A lot of crazy stuff is happening, and this is our solution. And actually, together with Gil, we are working to find a way to create a cybersecurity policy for insurance company. While you're installing Keepers, this could be your protection. So I will guide you through the application, but this was a short glimpse about what we can do and how it's related to the coronavirus period right now. So the cyberbullying is a big problem. 89% of the problems that we are detecting, most of the children will never talk about it with their parents or the school personnel. Only 11% of the problem will be reported, which causes social anxiety, depression, and you can find children jumping out of buildings because nobody really knows what happened on them and they are committing suicide, and it's happened all around the world. So the safety of children going down, the need to give the smartphone going up, and this is the opportunity, and this is where our solution came into action. So we thought if there is a way to create the world a better place and create the revenue on top of that, this is the spot that we want to be, to create good and to make a business that can create good so we can support each other. So as I told you before, we are not only detecting cyberbullying, we are detecting way more than that. We can detect pedophiles, we can detect bulimia actions. Actually, a couple of weeks ago, in Israel, we have detected a pedophile on TikTok application together with Basic International. They're one of our clients, but it's not official to say it on the press. TikTok application is a great application when many young girls can upload videos when they are dancing and laughing. And this is the first time in history when a pedophile has a catalog of victims. You can just choose which girl you want to attack. And we have detected a pedophile that was texting a young girl, and in the end of the day was asking, where is her mother leaving the house? Is she alone? And he was waiting outside the door case, but the parent had Keepers, so they know how to protect and they send the police to arrest him. So this was one of the cases that we are detecting. So as I said before, we are installing the application on the child device. The information is sent to our server. We know how to track the information, even though the application are encrypted. For example, WhatsApp is encrypted, yet we know how to take the information. We send it to our server, we can parse it, and only if it's offensive, we are reporting it. We also have many, many features like web filtering. Even if your child will use VPN, any other services, we can understand if you browse to a prohibited website. We know the child location, we know the screen time and the digital well-being to allow them specific time and application that they can use or not use. And we can detect the messages on social media platform on all of the platform without the need of the child password. So this is really unique. I will be fast forward because I want to give you a lot of time for questions. So I will be running to the application. What you're seeing right now, this is the map of the city of Rome. We are part of the Horizon 2020. We have won the grant of the Horizon 2020 because we know how to detect the messages, classify them, and then after we classify the messages, we can see the trend in a specific area. So this is a real map of the city of Rome, of all of the data that we have collected. Then we classify the data into specific cases, like cyberbullying, pedophile, racism, and etc. Then we combine the data with the location. And this is the first time in history where the educational system have a real-time data to understand really what's happening on the behavior of the children. Now, the educational system can teach in this place about cyberbullying. This is more important than crime, but here they need to focus on crime or anorexia or any other problems. So it really helps them to be laser focused about what's really going on. As I said before about the competitors, we are the only application that we know about that can detect the messages on all social media platforms without the need of password. We have created a one-stop solution for parental control because you have all of the capability of web filtering, message monitoring, application blocking, almost everything you need in one place, and this is what we are doing. And lately, we have signed a big contract in Japan with Rakuten and also in Russia with Megaphone, and we have a lot of clients that are working together with us all around the world, including Germany, Italy, Palestine that we just now entered, Austria, Russia, and etc. I would like to show you a short video that Telefonica did for us in Germany. It will be in German, but you will understand the concept. Just a second. So basically the concept behind this video is to show that most of the children are suffering from cyberbullying even when they are at home, and while you are sitting as a parent in the kitchen making dinner, they're sitting in the living room and they are being offensive by bullying. So, you know, when we were children, we came back home after school at around 4 and bullying ended. Today is 24/7. They have no place to run away from. So this is really important. This is the pain that we are solving. We are working on different platforms with B2B, as I told you before, B2B2C with direct customers. You can download Keepers on the App Store right now. And we're also working with a new vector that we are trying to build up with Gil, with insurance companies, that they can provide insurance against cyberbullying. And if the child has been bullied, then he will get a reimbursement about the psychology treatment. And if they will have Keepers, the risk will be reduced. So we're working in Italy with Vodafone. We just signed a contract for the third year in Palestine, in Jawal, because we're supporting also Arabic. Basically, we're supporting 10 different languages. This is, for example, how we did in Israel with Basic International, that we know how to do a white label, which means to sell our solution under the brand of the customers. And actually what we're doing, we're increasing the ARPU for all of those telephone companies, and we are introducing innovation and social benefit and social care for those organizations. We try to run really fast because I want to give you a lot of time for questions. So this is the time for you to Q&A.
Thank you very much, Hanan. We thought this would be interesting because many children and young, let's say, adolescents are now staying at home, connected 24/7 to their mobile devices. And as Hanan said, we see a lot of incidents and a lot of child harassment and bullying. I think that every parent would love to have his kid protected and would love to have this kind of solution. And that's why we thought it would be a very nice added value service and maybe an added policy to your customers. And that's why we presented Keepers. Again, Keepers is not our portfolio company. BizzyDesk is not our portfolio company. Coognitive is not our portfolio company, etc. We are just bringing this to your knowledge as a service at this time. From South Africa, we have a question. Hanan, how would you detect bullying, social media text analysis? And if you can embed this as an SDK on an insurance application, and what about installed services like WhatsApp?
So first of all, thank you for the question. It's a really, really important question. So how is the system working? It's very easy. We have the smartphone of the child, and Keepers is actually a layer on top of the screen, which means at the end of the day, even if the application is encrypted, they need to show the text to the end user. And once they're showing the text to the end user, we can see it as well. For example, when you are typing a password on your bank account application, you see only dots. You don't see the numbers, but you're the only one who's looking at the application. Because this is a very common situation when we can do kind of a key logging. And then we can read the messages after the encryption, so we're not dealing with the encryption. And then we have the text, we send it to our server, and then we can understand if it's bullying or not. This is how the system is working. So the child is the sender and the parent is the receiver. As you were talking about the SDK, we are selling our solution, our engine. Our SDK is the engine of our solution to many different customers. One of them, the biggest one that we have right now, is Rakuten in Japan. They have purchased our solution for social media detection and also for internet filtering. Again, with internet filtering, we can see the URL in every different browser, and it's regardless if you're using VPN or not, because we can see the URL itself. So we are selling our solution as an SDK, and we know how to do it with other solution and to embed our solution within current solution. This is the best case that we are doing, because we have found out that as a startup, we need to focus our solution to go as a B2C. It's a good approach, but not for now. We want to start, first of all, with big customers, B2B or B2B2C, sell them our technology, and this is the right path for us at this moment. So this is actually our business case, this model.
And you can connect this to the application of the insurance company if needed?
That is correct. For example, in Vodafone, there is My Vodafone application. And there is an application of Vodafone, it's called Vodafone Bambino. So they had an application, a legacy application of almost 10 years of parental control, because when you are a telephone company, you're obligated by the regulatory to have internet filtering. So they had a solution before Keepers, but they wanted to have a much smarter solution, so they embedded Keepers within their current solution. And now it's again Vodafone Bambino, but Keepers engine inside. So yes, we know how to do it, and we have many, many more examples. If you like, we can share it with you afterward.
Great. Okay, great, Hanan. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time, gentlemen.
Great. So thank you all for joining us to this webinar. I hope that you gain knowledge that would be helpful for the COVID-19 challenges. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in our next webinars. Keep safe and use my email for any question. We are here for you. Thank you, guys.